guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious pot roast with carrots and celery, oh we're getting foggy, and potatoes. And the good thing about this recipe is that it is number one in the crock pot, which is always good for us moms. We can just throw everything in there and it gets cooked. And then also this not only cooks your meat, but it also cooks your veggies and your potatoes, and you can add or subtract very easily in this recipe. So let's get started. Okay, so here is all the ingredients that you need. You need some sort of roast, and depending on how big your crock pot is will depend on how big your roast is. It really doesn't matter big or small. Obviously if it's a lot bigger, then it might need to be in the crock pot a little longer, but I got the 2.81 pound roast. Then you will need a packet of brown gravy, and I just have the McCormick kind, and a packet of onion, Lipton's onion stuff. Hang on, let me see what exactly it is. It's this stuff. Onion recipe soup mix. And then you need 2 potatoes cut up, and it doesn't really matter the size because they'll be cooked down in the crock pot. And also if you have more people in a bigger crock pot, you can do more than 2 potatoes. And then you need salt and pepper. You need a individual size serving of applesauce. Obviously this is just a big container, and I will just scoop out however much I need, but just enough, maybe like a half a cup. You need 2 cups of water. You need a little bit of olive oil. You will need some carrots, and you might just need like a small bag. I probably won't use this whole bag. Again, if you have more people or a bigger crock pot. What's wet? Then you can use more or less carrots. And then I just have 1 stalk of celery cut up in here, as well as a half of a yellow onion sliced. And again, the slices and the cuts don't need to be perfect. They're all going into a crock pot to be cooked together, so it really doesn't matter. And that is all you need for ingredients. And you need a crock pot, obviously. Are you ready to cook? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sear the pot roast in a pan with a little bit of oil on all sides. And we do this just so that all of the juices and the flavors can be seared and stay into the roast, instead of it all get into the pot and pans. Instead of all the juices and everything coming out, searing it will obviously get it nice and crisp on the outside and sear in all of the juices. Obviously I can't do this with one hand, so hang on 1 second. Or maybe I can, I don't know. Okay, so we are searing it. Again, you want to get all sides, obviously front, back, and these little sides as well. Uh-oh, what? You don't want to do it for too long because you don't want it to actually cook. Again, you're just searing the sides. So it's not cooking it, it's just searing it. Okay, so after you seared it on all sides, go ahead and put it in your crock pot. As you can see, my crock pot is pretty small, so I'm hoping that all this stuff can fit in. And you're going to put in your veggies. So this is my celery and my onions. I can already tell that they're not all going to fit, but that's okay. And then your carrots. I'm not going to put in this whole bag, but I'll just put in some of them. Okay. And then your potatoes. Just stuff them all in here. As you know, when the pot roast cooks as well as the veggies, they will shrink up a little bit, so there will be room in here eventually. And I might end up adding, because there's still more potatoes in here, I might end up adding, no Jane, some more potatoes halfway through, but we'll see. Okay, now we're going to take our 2 cups of water and we're going to add the brown gravy mix. It's hard to do this with one hand, but Jane insists that I hold her while I make this. So, okay, so that's the brown gravy mix. And then the onion mix. as well as a few scoops of applesauce. And actually, all of these, like I said, don't have to be like perfect measurements. And the applesauce makes this really sweet. So if you do not like sweet pot roast, then you don't have to put as much applesauce, or any applesauce if you don't want to. And then just mix it up. I'm using a whisk. You don't necessarily have to, but let's get this closer. Mix it up real good. And then we're just gonna pour this right over our veggies and our meat. Whoa, some came flying out. Whoops, there goes all the onion. Actually gonna stir that. Let's get that to go around a little bit. There's some more in here. Okay. So right now, obviously, the potatoes aren't like all the way in the liquid, but that's okay. Like I said, this will all shrink down a little bit, and obviously we're gonna stir it. No, Jane, we're gonna stir it throughout its time cooking. So now we're just gonna put it on low and let it sit for a while. Okay, so it has been 4 hours, and as you can see, the liquid is now up to the top because some of the veggies and stuff have melted down some, or I don't know, melted down, whatever it's called. They've shrunk. And so has the meat. So I just come over here and, whoa, getting all steamy up in here. Hang on. I just come in here frequently and stir it around. I want the potatoes to get some juice. Obviously, they'll cook in the heat anyways, but if they can soak up the juice is best. Okay, so it has been 7 hours, and normally I would cook this for 8 to 10 hours or even longer. The longer the better, really, and the gravy gets thicker as well. But it is time for us to eat dinner, so we're going to go ahead and get the meat out, and I will show you what it looks like on the plate. Okay, and here it is. This is what it looks like at the end. The pot roast itself can be shredded, and also can be cubed if you want to do like a stew. And also, if it is cooked a little bit longer, it'll shred easier. And then there's the carrots and the potatoes. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and this video, and let me know in the comments if you tried this recipe. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.